Ferrari has made the most surprising move in Formula One history by signing Lewis Hamilton. This decision is a clear message from the Scuderia. They are ready to compete at the top again. This move is not only bold, but has the potential to change everything, both for Ferrari and Formula One as a whole. This big decision comes in the midst of Ferrari's ambitious project known as Project 677, a car designed to end Red Bull's dominance. But what is the story behind this big move? Why did Fred Vasseur, Ferrari team principal, dare to give something that Toto Wolff of Mercedes did not? Let's take a closer look. Lewis Hamilton's name has long been synonymous with speed, skill, and records. Now he has officially joined Ferrari, the most legendary team in F1 history. A dream once thought impossible has now become a reality. According to reports, Hamilton has signed a 3-year contract that will keep him at Ferrari until the end of the 2027 season. By then, Hamilton will be almost 44 years old, a very bold decision in his career. But how did it happen? To understand, we need to go back to 2023, a difficult year for Hamilton. That season marked a decline in Mercedes' form and paved the way for a major step forward in the world champion's career. In 2023, Mercedes suffered a significant decline in performance. Their W14 car was unable to compete with the dominant Red Bull, and McLaren was riddled with technical problems, and Hamilton was unable to perform at his usual level. The once unbeatable giant was now far behind in car development. In his contract negotiations, Hamilton asked for a 3-year extension. He wanted stability and complete trust from the team he had helped lead to the pinnacle of the sport for nearly a decade. But Mercedes, under the leadership of Toto Wolff, hesitated. They only offered a 1-year deal with an option to extend, seemingly showing a lack of confidence in Hamilton's future. For Hamilton, it was a huge blow. As a driver who had brought Mercedes 6 constructors' titles and dozens of victories, the offer did not feel like it reflected his contribution. Feeling undervalued, Hamilton began to open his mind to exploring other options. Then Ferrari stepped in with an offer he could not refuse. Fred Vasseur, seeing a golden opportunity, moved quickly. He offered Hamilton a 3-year contract with a full commitment to provide him with a competitive car. Feeling ignored by Mercedes, Hamilton eventually decided to accept Ferrari's offer. Hamilton's first days at Ferrari attracted worldwide attention. He arrived at Ferrari's headquarters in Maranello to begin preparations for a challenging season. His schedule was packed with intensive simulator sessions, strategic meetings with engineers, and testing at Ferrari's private Fiorano circuit. Ferrari kept all of this very close to the vest. They wanted to provide a quiet environment for Hamilton to adapt without the distraction of the media spotlight or the tifosi, the name for loyal Ferrari fans. This step shows how serious Ferrari is about making this collaboration a success. Fred Vasseur emphasized the importance of being fully focused on this season. Hamilton also acknowledged that this is a crucial moment in his career. After a challenging 2023 season, he feels the need to prove that he is still capable of competing at the highest level. Hamilton's success at Ferrari will depend not only on his skills as a driver, but also on the performance of Ferrari's 2024 car, dubbed Project 677. This car is designed to overcome the weaknesses of its predecessor, the SF23, which suffered from tire degradation, inconsistent downforce, and straight-line speed. The 677 project was the result of years of research and development. Ferrari wanted to create a car that was not only fast on the straights, but also stable in the corners. New technologies, including a more sophisticated suspension and improved aerodynamics, were at the forefront of this car's development. Early tests have shown significant improvements in this car. However, history has shown that promising starts do not always lead to consistent results. Ferrari has learned from past mistakes and hopes that Project 677 can bring them back to the top. Hamilton will also have to adjust to a new team dynamic. Unlike at Mercedes, where he was the clear leader, at Ferrari he has to share the spotlight with Charles Leclerc. Leclerc is a talented young driver who has become Ferrari's golden boy in recent years. The relationship between Hamilton and Leclerc will be one of the most interesting aspects to watch this season. Will they push each other to greater heights, or will they create internal tensions within the team? Ferrari's history shows that driver rivalries are often a double-edged sword. The 2024 season began with great momentum, bringing both high hopes and tough challenges for Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton. Project 677, Ferrari's flagship car for the season, showed promise during pre-season testing, giving the team and its fans a glimmer of optimism. That optimism was borne out by Ferrari's double podium at the season-opening Bahrain Grand Prix, a promising start to their quest for glory. However, their journey has not been entirely smooth. Old problems that often haunt the team resurfaced. One of the most disappointing moments came in Monaco, where a pit-stop strategy error cost Hamilton a great chance of victory. The bad luck didn't stop there, with a double failure at Silverstone costing Ferrari important points and their position in the Constructors' Championship. On the other hand, Hamilton continued to show flashes of his legendary greatness, especially when he performed brilliantly in the wet conditions at Spa. His performance on track proved that he still has the ability to shine in difficult situations. However, this season has not been without its challenges for the world champion. He has often struggled to show consistency, especially when it comes to outperforming his teammate Charles Leclerc, who appears to be quite competitive. This sparked criticism from various quarters, who began to question whether age was beginning to affect Hamilton's performance on the track. The early part of the season truly reflected the fierce competition and unpredictable dynamics of the Formula One world, while also testing Ferrari's and Hamilton's resilience in dealing with pressure. Despite the challenges, Hamilton remained incredibly optimistic. He highlighted the unwavering spirit of the Ferrari team, and how the team's long history and brilliant achievements were a source of great motivation for him to keep fighting wholeheartedly. For Ferrari, this big step is not only about adding to Hamilton's title collection, but also about their efforts to end their long wait. Since last winning the Constructors' title in 2008 and the Drivers' title in 2007, Ferrari has been determined to return to dominating the world of Formula One racing. If Hamilton can restore Ferrari's glory and lead the team to the top of the standings, he will further establish himself as one of the greatest and most influential drivers in the history of the sport. However, the mission to the pinnacle of glory will certainly not be easy. Ferrari will have to face stiff competition from other strong teams, such as Red Bull and McLaren, who are still tough opponents on the track. In addition, Ferrari must learn from the past by avoiding strategic mistakes that often become stumbling blocks, and ensure that the reliability of its cars is no longer a detrimental problem in the midst of fierce competition. The challenge is great, but Ferrari remains determined to regain the glory it has long missed. Ferrari's decision to sign Lewis Hamilton is arguably one of the boldest and most interesting moves ever made in Formula One history. This move is not just a simple strategic decision, but a big gamble that comes with risks that cannot be ignored. However, behind the big risk is the potential for a monumental reward if all goes according to plan. The biggest question is, can Hamilton, now approaching his 40s, still prove himself as one of the best drivers in the world? On the other hand, can Ferrari fully support him with a competitive car and a mature strategy to challenge the dominance of other top teams such as Red Bull and Mercedes? Only time will tell the answers to these questions. What is clear is that whatever the outcome, this story is already one of the most compelling in Formula One. The combination of Ferrari, one of the legendary teams with a long history, and Lewis Hamilton, a driver who has written his name in the record books, creates a story full of excitement, hope, and ambition. Their journey may be fraught with risk, but the chance to win extraordinary rewards remains the main attraction that cannot be ignored. Leave your feedback in the comments section.